Now when you look at the DTD document that we're using as an example here, you will notice that in my element declaration, and I alluded to it in an earlier video, that this asterisk can mean a lot of things. Well, as it turns out, everything that starts with these parentheses can mean a lot of things. Notice something, that in these I put a comma separated list. What that's telling me is that inside the husband tag there needs to be a name, age, and a wife tag, and there's no symbol out here on the end, and that has some meaning for us too. The asterisk, however, in this position can have a lot of meaning, so let's go take a look at what those things can mean. Here's a statement for you to refer back to. Notice the asterisk means that husband can appear in this document 0 or more times. If I had put a plus sign after husband, it can appear 1 or more times, and if I'd put a question mark, it can appear 0 or more times. Now notice the subtle differences there. The asterisk says it doesn't have to appear, or it can appear any number of times. The plus sign says has to be here at least once, and it can be a number of times. The question mark says it either doesn't have to be here, or it can only show up one time. You'll have to get used to these as you write DTDs. Now, I can also put a pipe. This particular symbol right here is called a pipe, or a vertical pipe, and it means or. So I could put husband, a vertical pipe, and for your information, if you hit shift on your keyboard, that's above your backslash character. On most keyboards, it's just above the enter key to the right, or it might be to the left of the 1 key across the top. So depending on the keyboard you have, you'd think that'd be standard, wouldn't you? But it's not. I could put husband, pipe, dog. That means husband or dog can appear inside the people element. Now, what if there's no symbol out there? What if there was no asterisk here? It means the child element must appear only once inside that particular element. So that's pretty straightforward. Let me show you an example of what you can do with this and the kind of power you can get. Now, this looks a little confusing at first, but let's take it apart. I've got an element declaration here. Notice element. Notice name is the tag. And we're saying here that you can have a tag called first, or a tag called first with any number of middles and a last name, or just a last tag. Now, don't worry about the plus and question marks. Just notice that you can put them in. But for right now, notice the power that this or gives you. I can have first, or first, number of middles and a last, or number of lasts. Obviously, you can see how confusing this could get to build one of these by looking at the document. Now, there are some third-party tools out there that can help you with this, can generate these for you, and you probably want to use some of those. But you get a hint here of the kind of power that a DTD document can give you, because this is telling you what the structure of the data must be, what it can be. Now, in the next video, we're going to take a look at building a DTD, just a real simple one, and then we'll talk about the really interesting world of how you go about validating these XML documents.